We live?
We live.
We live. Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex. And before we start this episode, give a quick word to our sponsor, Bring Snacks, the Gym Apparel Store. They have everything you need from coffee mugs, graphic tees, hoodies, scullies, and more. We're in week 3, the final week of our giveaway. Very simple rules. We'll give you all the details at the end of this episode. So if you haven't entered this giveaway already, make sure you stay tuned to the end. That's bringsnacks.net. More snacks equals more gains.
There you go.
Man, you know, I was in the... Speaking of the gym, right? I was in the gym the other day. I was working out, doing a little hoop workout. And I didn't put my playlist on, right? So my playlist was just on shuffle.
Okay.
And some R&B came on.
Okay.
And then you know who it was? It was R. Kelly. And I started to catch some funny looks at me, because I was in the aerobics room, and I was just working out, doing a quick little ab set, and some R. Kelly came on. I was like, damn. I was like, shit. And there was some woman in there too, so I was like, I don't know if I should be playing.
Why you consider R. Kelly in your playlist in the first place?
It was on shuffle, bro. My phone's on shuffle. I don't delete songs off my phone. So it wasn't on the. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't on the playlist. It was just on my phone. Was just on shuffle.
On shuffle on what though? Like
my whole library.
Apple Music.
Nah, I used to put all my music on my phone before I got Apple Music.
See, that's what's like downloaded songs, right?
Yeah.
So you did it right before. I mean, you got all of them bafore the whole R. Kelly thing came out.
Yeah.
And everything. So you just never got rid of them. Not even after you came across them after you knew everything.
Bro, I come across "Step in the Name of Love," bro. I'm sorry, man. I got bumped that, bro.
You have to. You actually don't have to, right?
I have, bro.
You actually don't have to.
Step in the Name of Love is a bop, bro.
I believe you.
What do you mean you believe me? You know it is, bro.
I know it is.
Don't say you believe like you don't know it is, bro.
I believe that statement. Yes, I agree.
Come on, man. That's a bop, bro.
That doesn't... So what?
What do you mean, so what?
So what?
I can't bump that song no more? Is that like who's why can't I bump that song
anymore?
If you
bump it, be prepared for the consequences.
All right, if I bump...
If you bump it, you gotta be prepared for the consequences.
Why is there any consequences for bumping R. Kelly?
Because it's R. Kelly.
It's a song.
Made by R. Kelly.
It's a song.
Made by R. Kelly and R. Kelly only. Not even like a feature R. Kelly. Made by R. Kelly.
All right, it wasn't produced by R. Kelly.
So what?
So what about the producer? The producer was on that song too.
It's an R. Kelly song.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what we're focusing on.
Yeah, it's an R. Kelly song.
It's an R. Kelly song. If you already know what he did, what kind of person he is, and not now I know people like to say you gotta support and you gotta separate the artist and his art.
Yeah.
And I believe that to a certain extent.
Okay.
Now that line that I have is not gonna be the line that other people have. Which is why I'm saying if you're gonna do it, you need to be prepared for the consequences.
I just wanna know if I can listen to R. Kelly, man. It's 2019. It's about to be 2020, right? Is it like a time span? Okay, we gotta wait, put him in time out for 5 years or something. I can bump R. Kelly again. Is that how it goes?
Actually, you know what? That's probably not a bad idea.
I don't like
That's
that.
how it goes.
I don't like that regardless.
That's how it goes.
Nah,
because think about old musicians who did horrible shit.
Okay.
Right. I think Elvis was an abuser.
Okay.
Right. David Bowie did some shit. Right.
Okay.
But James Brown, right? I think he was abusive too. But when we think about them, we don't think about how abusive they were, right? We think about how they shaped music. And that's probably because we have so much time between us and them. So maybe all R. Kelly needs is a little time out. But for now, I mean, I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can be a great talented artist, but if you had such a negative impact on the people around you, I don't think history should forget that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but not to sound fucked up, but I don't know the people around him.
That's the issue. That's
So,
the issue because if R. Kelly did that to your aunt or your cousin,
no, I'm not saying it's forgivable what he did.
No, but if he did that to someone you knew, you would not even think about bumping "Step in the Name of Love."
I mean, perhaps, but that's
not even perhaps. If he locked you out in a room and she had to ask to use the
okay,
bathroom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, obviously, no, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm so far removed from the situation.
And that's one of the problems that I've seen a lot of people have with this thing is because people say, if you can support R. Kelly, then you're not really supporting black women.
All right. Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Think about where they're going.
No.
Think about where they're going.
Go ahead.
Think about where they're going.
Go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
Think about where they're going.
I'm listening, bro. Go ahead.
So they're saying that if this was another demographic, perhaps, right?
Okay.
Then maybe the black community would have had a different type of reaction. Maybe it wouldn't have been split so much. And they're saying that, this is an argument I see a lot that I don't necessarily agree with, that we don't really care about our black women. And that's the direction that they're going with it. Because R. Kelly targeted young black women, and because the black community don't really care about
Hold
the
on.
black women, apparently.
Hold on. So if R. Kelly did this, the white woman wouldn't be an issue? Is that like what we're doing?
Wouldn't it be an issue?
Yeah.
No, they're saying it would be more of an issue. Perhaps.
All right, yeah, stop.
That's what they're saying. They're
Stop.
saying because it's black women, then people.
I don't know who they
a lot
is,
of
bro.
people are
they is very stupid.
I've seen a lot of people talking about this.
Not buying it. I'm just.
And that's one of the directions that they're going.
That's a stretch longer than Elastic Girls, man. I don't want to hear that.
When I thought about that, what I thought about was Michael Jackson, and he targeted little boys. Allegedly. Are they saying that if we bump Michael Jackson, we don't really care about little boys in America? You know what I'm saying?
What is that? What is this association stuff? Like what? Like what?
I mean, after a certain point, if you know that this person did something, and you still support them, then that's kind of.
How am I supporting somebody who's dead? How that work?
I'm talking about R. Kelly.
All right. So whatever. Let's go back to R. Kelly.
I was talking about Michael Jackson. I wasn't.
All right. Whatever.
We can talk about that after.
We can talk about that after.
If we're talking about R. Kelly, and you know what he did, and yet you're still supporting him.
How am I supporting him?
You're paying for his music.
I'm not paying for his music. It's already on my phone.
Okay. All right. You're not. People are. Let's open this up. I'm not trying to make this about you. Let's open this up.
Before we do this, right? Think about how many people have music on their phones that's not streaming services, right? A lot of people have music downloaded to their phones, and R. Kelly came out in that time where people download music to their phones, MP3 players, all this type of stuff.
Right.
So if I just have that music from back then,
then you're not supporting him.
I'm just bumping good music, bro.
Then you're not supporting him. That argument falls flat.
So I can bump R. Kelly then.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that argument falls flat. There's a lot of arguments to this.
I want to hear all these arguments, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what I heard.
I want to bump "Step in the Name of Love," man.
The other argument
Can you bump "Step in the Name of Love" at your wedding?
Me?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
Like personally?
Yeah.
We're not talking about us personally, bro.
No, I will
tell you this. I
want he play devil's advocate anymore, man.
No. I'll tell you this. I feel a way when R. Kelly comes on.
Do you really?
I do.
Why?
Because I know the man behind the music. I don't know him personally, but I know.
Come on,
man. What he allegedly did.
Who's your favorite artist?
For a long time it was The Weeknd.
All right. So if The Weeknd, you just find it never comes out, but The Weeknd's like the biggest asshole on the planet. Like then what? You were supporting him this whole time.
I was. But now that I know, what am I going to do?
But you just didn't know, though.
Yeah, but now that I know, what do I do? That's the thing. Now you know. That's the thing. Now you know,
can still be supporting a bunch of people. You just don't know. Like, why are we like judging? Why are we judging the character of these?
Chastise someone for judging for.
Why are we judging the character of these people for, though?
Because when you support them, you're supporting their lifestyle, and you're enabling them to potentially continue what they're doing. You're probably telling them that.
Okay, R. Kelly, was he in jail? He's in jail, right?
Listen to this. If R. Kelly did what he did, and his music was played with impunity everywhere, was still accepted, that would tell other artists that they can do whatever they want, and they will still have their name in history remain untainted. Is that right? Is that right?
I don't know, man.
Is that right?
I don't know, man.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Are you telling me you can't see where I'm coming with this?
I see where you're coming from, but I feel like that's a slippery slope argument. I don't like that argument.
It's dangerous, but that's what we're looking at right now.
Like
this is not a simple thing.
How is it not? It should be a simple thing.
Because there's other artists that make mistakes, and then we forgive them, right?
Oh yeah. All right, let's go Kanye West. A bunch of people.
Is he forgiven?
A lot of people forgive him.
Well, a lot of people forgive R. Kelly too, or just think he didn't do it.
Yeah, not think someone didn't do it is completely different from forgiving them, though.
All right, true.
All right, so let's do that.
All right, so let's talk about
Kanye West had that whole incident with Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Like regardless how you felt about the Beyonce thing,
Mhm.
it was still a fucked up thing to do. Like
It
you don't
was.
do that. You don't do that
I
to people.
forgot about
Right?
that. Right.
Also, yeah, that slavery's a choice nonsense, right? So like, I mean, we can keep going. Just these outlandish statements he's made
Mhm.
that disrespected a lot of people, or the
Mhm.
things he done disrespected a lot of people.
A lot of people forgive him.
Number one in the country. He had, or last month I'd say, number one album in the country. Is your argument to silence people that are allegedly have done bad things? Is that what we're doing now?
I don't think it's just to silence people who made mistakes. And I'm not R. Kelly. Kanye West has always been this eccentric thing, so I think like people gave him more leeway than they would give someone like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? He's always been bombastic. Always. That's just like part of who he is. Like, were we really surprised that he did what he did to Taylor Swift? Like, that's something Kanye would do. We all knew that. So we were mad about it, but that was still something Kanye would do. You know what I'm saying?
Were we even mad about it?
People were mad about that. I mean,
I feel like Taylor Swift fans were mad about it, but I feel like most people that
people was like, "This is fucked up. It's
all
messed
right,
up."
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
But because that's Kanye, you
Yeah.
got some leeway. And I know that a lot of artists get certain permissions that other people don't get.
Of
I
course.
was listening to this clip the other day, and this is another topic, but it was about black men wearing dresses. This new thing that's happening right now, right? I think Young Thug had a magazine shoot where he had a dress on, and
Okay.
dude was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We're emasculating the black man. And this dude was on the radio. I forgot who it was. But then the host asked him, you're mad about this Young Thug thing, but, there was Prince, who was very feminine. There was other artists back in the day who dressed very feminine, but people didn't really bash them for that. And he was like, they were singers. They were, they were different. They get that leeway. I'm like, do they really, though, just because they're artists? And that might be what's happening with Kanye right now. And I don't think R. Kelly ever got that leeway because he never fit into that bombastic, eccentric type.
All right, but hold on before we even. But there was already, bro. R. Kelly married Aaliyah. Like it's well documented that he married Aaliyah. Like that was
When she was 15.
Yes, that was like a known thing.
Right, and people were even mad about it back then.
People were still bumping him though. Like how? Where do we draw the line then? I don't understand this. If you're still bumping him back then, when you know this dude is like 28 dating a 15-year-old.
Did you know?
I mean, I wasn't.
I didn't know.
I didn't. Like, I was like.
But you're
what?
saying like
I was
the older
I was
people
like I was
knew?
like 9 or something.
Yeah,
like,
but you're saying the older people knew, but they were still playing his songs.
Yeah, exactly. I was probably even less than that. I was probably like 5 or 3 or 2.
Yeah, I can't speak for them. I don't know why there was
R. Kelly, bro. Everyone was bumping R. Kelly, even with those allegations, until like that documentary came out, son.
I guess their line was further back than that.
Listen,
You know what I'm
man,
saying? And maybe the line was when they found out that he was locking.
All I'm
chicks
saying
in his
is,
room.
I want to bump "Step in the Name of Love." Whenever that song comes on, I do not want to hit skip. I do not want to hit like, oh, I got to delete this off my playlist. I don't want to do that.
Understand that. First of all, that's your right. You can do that
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
But I don't think it should be chastised. I don't think it should be
you for
chastised.
that.
I don't think it should be chastised in general.
But I will understand if people do that, because you don't know what his actions could mean for them. Maybe what he did to them is reminiscent of something that was done to someone who was close to them.
I'm not responsible for their triggers.
No,
though.
you're not.
What?
But you can't be mad at
That
them.
can be done about anything. Though.
You can't be
do
mad
that.
at them for feeling bad or feeling angry that you would still support someone that they see as a monster.
I'm gonna play a song right now, man. The song bumps.
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
The song bumps.
You got to be open minded. You got to be open minded to their point of view as well. If you want them to accept that you can still play R. Kelly, you have to at least grant the fact that.
But they won't. They don't want me to play R. Kelly. They won't let me play R. Kelly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But you want them to understand why you should, and to do that, you need to be open to the fact that, or open
All
your
right,
mind.
I'm not enabling his lifestyle, right? Because
you're not streaming it.
It's old music. I'm not streaming it either, so I'm not paying for it either. Like I'm not marketing the music. What else is like? What's the issue here?
There is for me, the reason I feel away is because I'm keeping up his image.
What
I feel like
the image that he makes good music.
I feel like I'm keeping up his image because
Hold on. Before you even go, when do you ever think you keep someone else's image up when you listen to their music, though?
I'm about to explain that.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
I feel like I'm keeping up his image because who you support says something about you, regardless of what it is. It could be politics. It could be movies. It could be music. It could be
I
art.
think that's a really big stretch with art, bro.
Who you support says something about you.
So if I support Marvel movies, that says something about me. Like I don't get like where are we going here?
It does say something about you.
I'm not.
It does, especially when the person who made the art has a history, allegedly, like R. Kelly does. Now, this is where the slippery slope thing comes in, because what if you found out that who made the Mona Lisa? Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Whoever it
Da
was.
Vinci.
What if
DiCaprio.
what if you found out that I think he even was just this horrible person in his life?
Okay.
Would that make the Mona Lisa any less of a feat? It wouldn't,
No.
right? Would that make you, a supporter of child molesters if he was a child molester? If you go to the museum to see the Mona Lisa, it probably wouldn't. But at the same time, when it's something that's so ingrained in this culture and you keep that as a part of that culture, even knowing who contributed to it, that does make a small statement. I'm not saying you, because you listen to R. Kelly, you support everything he did. I'm not saying that you sympathize with him and not his victims, but when you play his music, that's what people are going to see. Some people, at least. And you don't have to hold that point of view. But some people do.
I don't like that. You can't put that on me. That's like you putting something on me. Like I'm just you don't know anything about me.
I don't.
Okay, so how could you?
But I know you like R. Kelly.
Okay, I like R. Kelly's music. Where's me have like an
R. Kelly's music. It's not just music. It's R. Kelly's music.
Okay.
And you know the type of person that R. Kelly is.
Allegedly.
Oh, is that what's doing it for you?
No, it's not even. It's not even like even if he is guilty of these alleged crimes, right?
I'm not saying you should stop liking his music. I still like his music, by the way.
But you won't bump his music.
But I will feel a way when I'm listening to it because I'm like, damn, like
where's that even coming to your mind though?
It does because it's the name, is the voice, is him.
Yeah,
you still feel a way. It's hard to explain, man. But you still feel a way, bro.
You cannot. I'm enjoying his, bro. Step in the Name of Love just makes you want to get up and do the dance, and you like slide to slide, yeah, do that, and you just chilling, having a good time.
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. I saw the art. I saw that perspective as well.
Why does it have to be anything deeper than this though? Like why?
Some people's music is deeper than just.
No, but if I'm bumping "Step in the Name of Love," which is a feel good song, right? There's no, even if it is R. Kelly, right?
Okay.
He's not saying anything bad in there, right? He's not anything about abusing people or anything about abusing women, right?
We're not talking about. Well, some people talk about the content of his songs.
Yeah.
We're talking about the person.
But
no matter what song he's singing on, it's still the same person.
If we judge the song for the song, right? The song is good.
The song's good.
The content has no bad content in there.
The content is still good.
But the person behind the content that's good is bad, so I can't bump the good content.
The person behind good content is a bad person.
And so I can't bump that content.
With a clear conscience?
Yes.
Conscience?
Come on, man.
If I knew it.
Come on,
If I knew it.
man.
If I knew it, I can't. I can't. I cannot, bro. You cannot tell me that you can. Maybe you can, but I can't completely separate the people that I'm listening. That's still R. Kelly's voice in my head, bro. That's still his voice that I'm listening to and bumping and letting him move me. That's still his voice that I'm putting in my children's ear in my wedding. That's still his voice, and that's the man who allegedly did all this horrible shit. That's still him.
And I'm not, okay. That is him.
So you can't tell me I'm.
But it's not like you're gonna play these songs or whatever. It's like, okay, I love this guy. Like I love this guy. I'm gonna do everything he does. And I'm gonna support. Like that's not how it goes.
No, but it's about what you're saying about him. If you're bumping him, then that means you're okay with him still keeping his place in this culture, even with who he is. Why should
let's go back to that.
Why should he still keep his place in this culture, given who he is?
Let's go back to this Elvis thing. Then Elvis was you said he was an abuser, or James Brown was an abuser. They've kept their place in this culture.
Is that right?
Like, what is that saying? Then?
Is that right?
But no, if we're like, can we at least keep it even then? We can't keep it the same levels then. If that's the case, like if you want to go down that road, then let's eliminate all these past abusers then. If that's the road we're going down, then.
If that's the road we're going down, that's what's gonna happen.
But I think that's a dumb road to take.
I think it's a
dumb road to take.
Here's the thing. I feel a way when I'm listening to R. Kelly, but I don't feel a way when I listen to Chris Brown.
How?
I know everything about the Chris Brown situation.
Yes, you do. You saw them pictures? You want me to bring
I saw the
again?
pictures.
Okay.
I was mortified.
Okay.
I was angry. Chris Brown comes on. I'm like, oh, do I like this song? Do I not? Then I move on. I
can't do this with R. Kelly though.
And I think part of that has to do with the amount of. Did Chris Brown get a documentary?
Wow, so that's what's happening now.
No, I think.
Rihanna said she forgave him. He apologized for the situation. I don't know what led to the fight or whatever. I'm not condoning in any type of way whatsoever. But Chris Brown legitimately beat her. Like, he fucked her up.
Right. And obviously the situation, the circumstances is not the same, but I think I'll admit this: the media might have a part to play with my mindset now. Because when Chris Brown came out, there was a whole big thing about it, but
yeah,
it wasn't as divided as this was. If you're not that I recall.
So because Chris Brown makes after that he's able to make some music and everyone just forgets about it.
Not everyone's forgotten about it.
Some people have. Very few people are holding over his head. Like he's still getting #1 records.
No, he is. But when I go to comment sections under Chris Brown posts, I still see people talking about this shit, and they get a lot of likes. They get a lot of support.
How long ago did that happen? Like 10 years ago?
That's what I'm saying. But you think that's what matters? Even after it happened, like how much did that impact his career?
I think Rihanna's saying people should forgive him or like move on played a big factor in that though.
I'm not thinking about that when I think about it.
You're not, but
Maybe
I think
are,
she
but I'm not
shifted
thinking about
the narrative of like this guy is a woman abuser to like, okay, we should move past this.
And so if R. Kelly's victims came out and say, I forgive him and you guys should too. What about Dr. Dre?
What about him?
I think he had a documentary. One of my friends was telling me about Dr. Dre.
I don't.
Not a nice guy from what I've heard. Not a nice guy.
Okay.
Really, really not a nice guy from what I've heard.
So he's an asshole.
And when I heard that, it kind of made me be like, damn, should I even really bump Dr. Dre no more? Because these men doing what they do, should they really have such a big, allegedly doing what they allegedly did, should they really have a place in our culture like that? Because there's people who make good music who are not assholes, who make mistakes, but they're not. To this extent.
Like, why is the music being held to the character of the person though? Like, what is the character like?
We're not saying the music is bad.
No, but you're saying because the person is a bad person, I can't bump his music, or I shouldn't bump his music. We should be removed from the culture. I don't agree with that though. That's what I'm telling you.
You think a serial child molester should have a prominent place in black culture because he makes good music?
Now we're going down a very
allegedly
very like dark road. There's always gonna be some exceptions here, right?
But this is the kind of question that I'm asking myself right now.
All right, so I'll use this as an example. People still bump Max B.
Who's that?
Max B's a rapper. He used to be with like French and them and all that. Like, or I shouldn't say he used to be with French and them, but he was like up. He was up and coming, or like he was well known, NY, East Coast, whatever, right? He's in jail, I think, for 75 years for armed robbery.
75 years?
75 years, yeah. I think it was an armed robbery and it might be murder on top of that, or attempted murder. People still bumping him. Like, what is this? What is this thing that we're doing here?
I don't even know who this guy is. I can't.
But I'm telling you, like, a lot of people still bump Max B though. Like, people would be like Max B or Bobby Smurda, all these other type dudes.
Meek I don't know what Meek went to jail for, but Meek was in jail. He came out. He was
but Meek didn't go to jail for like doing anything that people would see as a huge violation though.
All right, I don't remember what it was. Was it like violating probation or something?
Yeah, it was like probation charges.
All right.
Right, but you got all these other dudes that go to jail for like some crazy shit, some like trafficking shit, or like look at 6ix9ine. We talk about 6ix9ine, racketeering, attempted robbery, all this type of stuff, shooting at like a rival music video. People still bumping him.
Do you think that those things matter less to people in general? Like, you hear someone did racketeering, do you think?
No, but he tried to kill somebody though.
Who? Max B?
No, the freaking 6ix9ine and them though. When they went to that, they beat up they like robbed some other dude, beat him up, took his shit, then they shot like some other dude was doing like a music video, and they ran up on there and shot at them. So like, what's that about?
Yeah, that's not cool.
Still bumping them though.
Yeah, people are still bumping them. I'm thinking that those things matter less to people than keeping, other human beings locked up in a room allegedly and having them ask you when to use the bathroom.
But then here we have this. We have.
You probably know people, and you probably know you have exposure to that kind of thing in day-to-day life. If you're from the hood, like, people get robbed all the time. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not such a foreign, invasive thing in your mind when you hear about it happening. But when you hear about people when you hear about what R. Kelly and allegedly what R. Kelly did, allegedly what Michael Jackson did, allegedly what Dr. Dre did, that hits different because you're not really exposed to that on a regular basis as much as those other things are.
Maybe, man. Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you that then. Perhaps I'll give you that to some level. But I still I don't.
And when I think about playing R. Kelly and why I have an issue with it, to be honest with you, I would feel worse if I was bumping R. Kelly Like if it came on and before I changed it, or if I was just listening to the song, like I might still bump Remix to Edition. I'm like, that's gonna be a tough one for me. All right.
Okay. Fair.
If I'm listening to that and someone overhears me, I'll feel worse about that than if I was just listening to it by myself.
Man, do you feel guilty for listening to anything by yourself?
I will feel no. I do. I'm saying I feel away. I'm not. I feel away. I wouldn't say it's guilty.
Okay.
But if someone else overhears it, I'll feel more of a way. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Because then it's like
you'd be like embarrassed, like this.
It'll be embarrassed, but it's like, what does this mean to that person? And now how am I affecting them by, them hearing this? You know what I'm saying? Now you could be like, I don't give a fuck about you. I'll listen to what I want to listen to. But
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who be like, how am I affecting the people around me? So I'm gonna be thinking about what?
What kind of effect are you having by bumping a 2-minute song or a 3-minute song?
I do
and
not know.
Somebody's there.
I do not know.
And this is like the
How did you feel when you were in the
gym?
gym and it came on and people were giving you those looks? How did you
That
feel?
was a little different. All right, that was a little different.
How?
That was different.
How? That's the exact situation I'm talking about. You feel more of a way
nah.
when someone comes in and you know they're being affected by it.
That was different.
That's exactly the situation I'm talking about.
It was at the time. It was like right after the documentary came out. Everyone was talking about cancel R. Kelly. Right, he's getting locked up. Right, so that was different. If it happened right now, but not because it's still allegations right now.
I mean, yeah, it's just allegations, but I still feel a way. And like I said, the media might have had a big part to play in that. I'll admit that.
But is that fair though?
It's probably not. But I will say that I might have been conditioned a little bit. It's on my mind a lot more because of all the media attention on it.
All right, the attention's
And
not,
that might have been purposeful.
but the intention's not on it anymore though. Like there's no more. There's
Yeah,
no
but
more
now it's a
attention.
habit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got into the habit of thinking about him now, and my point
Why
my point still stands about having this person still have such a big place in our culture.
Is it that big?
It's still the person we're talking about, and that person, all their life choices and everything they represent, having this place in our culture. That's still a question.
I feel like we don't do that with artists, man.
I mean, we should probably, because you have to be careful who you want to have such a big part in your culture like that. Of course you do. Like if you have kids now and you're bumping R. Kelly at every Sunday morning.
Okay.
And Daddy, I love R. Kelly. I want to be like R. Kelly.
I want to be like. You don't even know what R. Kelly's like. You just listen to his music. Like what are you talking about? You don't know R. Kelly.
You never thought.
You don't know R. Kelly.
You didn't know him from his music, but you never had the thought of, I think this artist is really cool. I really like to live a life like he does.
I mean, maybe.
I know I did when I was younger, when I was a child.
Might.
No, I definitely did when I was a child.
Well, if you did, you'd be like, all right, yeah, but he's not a good person. He just makes good music. End of story.
That's it.
That's it.
But you still bump him.
You can study his music, his musical.
And your child will be able to separate the art from the artist.
If I explain it to her, yeah.
Oh, all right. Her. That's interesting.
Or him.
No. You didn't really hear her that often. That's just interesting. You think you're gonna have a girl first?
I can't have a daughter. Damn. Is that what?
No, that's just interesting, bro. I'm not saying it's bad. You think you're gonna have a girl first?
I'm gonna have two boys and a girl, man. Already putting this out.
All right, but still.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't like the idea, if these things are all true, of having this person have such a prominent figure in my
People
culture.
are in Las Vegas right now making livings off doing Elvis impersonations, man. Like, is that person have a massive influence in our culture right now? That was
Elvis,
a wife abuser, like you alleged, and then his girlfriend. I think his wife was like also a Dalia type thing. Was like mad young. Right?
okay.
Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure it was.
All this is just right.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Off the top. I'm not.
Yeah.
We got to confirm all this. Right.
Yeah, we'll confirm it in the descriptions or whatever. Do corrections in there.
Right.
Pretty sure it was though.
No, it might have
massive influence still.
I'm saying, is that right?
So do we have? If I'm
Wait,
saying,
you
if
saying,
we
you
have
saying
to,
Elvis has an influence in our culture?
Elvis is still played wildly
In our culture?
in American culture.
No, I'm talking black culture.
I'm talking
A lot of
I'm
American
talking overall
R. Kelly,
American
R.
culture.
Kelly isn't really in American culture.
Yes, he is.
I wouldn't.
Yes,
I would
he
say.
is.
I would say he's more in black culture than American
Yeah,
culture.
he can say that, but he's still black culture, still American. Bro, fucking, I Believe I Could Fly. Are we gonna do that now? The graduation song of every.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm sure
man.
America knows a couple R. Kelly songs, but he's not a staple in their culture.
Come on,
like he is in
man.
ours. He's not a staple in their culture like he is in ours.
They still know him.
They know a couple of his songs, bro.
Oh,
come on, bro.
Come on.
That's not.
Man.
They know a couple of his songs, and now he's in their culture.
This is the point I'm making.
They know a couple of his songs, and now he's in their culture.
I'm not
is that
saying
what you're
that.
saying,
I'm
bro?
saying he's part of the culture.
Because they know a couple of his songs.
People know who R. Kelly is. Man.
That doesn't mean he's part of their culture, bro.
Whatever, man. Whatever, bro. People know who R. Kelly, man.
That does not mean
if I go up to a white lady
he is a part of our culture. I would not say he's a part of American culture.
I'm not saying it's exclusive. All right, man.
In a lot of ways, it isn't.
All right, so Chris Brown is part of American culture. He's part of overall American culture. Don't try to say he's just black culture either, though.
I mean,
all right,
I don't know. I don't know.
No, you're forcing it.
I don't know.
No, man.
I wouldn't say either or. I wouldn't say he's just black. I wouldn't say he's American.
You're forcing it.
He's either or.
You're forced. He's really not.
Everybody
knows Chris Brown.
That is.
He's part of their culture. Everybody listens. Everybody bumps Chris Brown, bro. Do not do that. Do not do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I know Taylor Swift. You know Taylor Swift. A lot of black people know Taylor Swift, so that means she is part of our culture.
No, because most black people don't bump Taylor Swift. A lot of white people bump Chris Brown. So what are you saying, sir?
Bro, just because they know a couple of his songs.
No, they don't know a couple of his songs.
First of all, I did not say Chris Brown was either or. I corrected that. I'm talking about R. Kelly.
No, you were trying to
No. I said Chris Brown is neither or.
Hey,
no.
Whatever.
No. Don't put words in my mouth.
No.
Don't put words in my mouth.
You had that, bro. We have you on Kim.
I literally said I'm not gonna say. And then what did I say? And then I said I'm not gonna say he's either or.
Yeah, but he's clearly part of it. You see?
That's whatever. That's up for y'all to decide.
Yeah, whatever.
Right,
man. Whatever.
I'll hold my opinion on that.
Continue. It's
my issue.
Cooked.
My issue is if I knew, right? First of all, I don't bump Elvis, but if I knew everything that Elvis did from the jump, or at any point in time, without any of my reasons, if I watched all these documentaries, if there was all this media coverage on Elvis and what he allegedly did, then obviously I would have that image of him in my mind if his music ever came on. Just the same way I have that image of R. Kelly in my mind whenever his music comes on.
I'm just not buying that. I'm not buying that. I mean, maybe for you personally, but like
I mean,
this is not what people. But this is not what people
no, because
do when
how
they
much
listen to music, though.
When you hear Elvis, you don't even hear about the things that he did, and you don't think that has any impact in why people think that Elvis is okay now. When people talk about Elvis now, they don't talk about those bad things he did. You don't think that has any impact on why people are okay with what Elvis did, or okay with Elvis now, not okay with what he did, but okay with his music now.
It might. No, it might.
But now, we're all talking about what R. Kelly did. So you're saying that we should treat him like Elvis when he's current? No. This coverage is happening now.
So is the solution really just to boom and time out? Is that what we're going to do? And then like 15 years later, we all just bump R. Kelly again?
I think given time, the outrage will definitely die down.
But why do we have to give in to outrage, though?
We're not giving in. You can still bump him. I'm not saying anyone should stop bumping R. Kelly. I have a personal issue with certain people having a huge part in my culture. Now, you can point to a lot of other people in my culture that I don't know about what they did yet. I will look into it, and I will make my decisions. No, you're right.
But there's other people that you can.
But there's also that line. Like you can tell me.
Are people worshiping? Are like people worshiping R. Kelly for the person he is? No. Are people going to the concerts for who R. Kelly is? No. They're going to the concert to bump his music. There might be like a percentage of people that like they worship R. Kelly or they think R. Kelly's the best or whatever. But most people just bump before his music. Like if R. Kelly wasn't making music, who would care about R. Kelly?
No. You're right. They're bumping him for his music.
Yes.
But because of this, because so many of us are bumping him and bumping him so often, he has become a staple in our culture. And do we want him to keep being?
But it's not like we're gonna hold on to R. Kelly's words because we all bump his music. That's not how it goes.
What?
Like whatever R. Kelly, like what was the influence he's having on our culture that's so prominent? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm not talking about the influence he has. I'm talking about the type of person he is and who we're accepting into our culture. That's what I'm talking about. So we're just gonna let anyone in as long as they can make good music. You can do whatever you want, but as long as you make good music, you have a place in our. Like what? You know what I'm like? What? You can do whatever you want.
I'm not saying you can do whatever you want.
And you will still have a place here because you can sing. Because you can make damn good beats. Is that what we're doing now? That's what I have an issue with. And it's not because I don't like his music. His music is good. His music is good. I have an issue with his alleged actions, and because of that, I will be willing to sacrifice listening to his music as often. I will be willing to take him down from the pedestal that he's on in our culture and not have him be a staple in all of our weddings. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about because of the type of person he is. He doesn't get to enjoy that status that he's been enjoying.
What does bumping R. Kelly at a wedding do though? This is what I'm asking you though. Like, what does that do? Like, if I bump R. Kelly at a wedding, everyone's having a good time. We're dancing to this song. Like, what does that do? Like, you ever hear a wedding song and you just think about the person? No, not everyone has allegations, obviously. But the song comes on, everyone's dancing, having a good time, and then the next song comes on.
You think if you go to a wedding right now and R. Kelly comes on, everyone is going to be completely okay with it?
I did not say that.
So you don't think that has any effect? That's definitely doing something.
What if in like I go to a wedding next year and then like all the hype is died down?
Then it's fine. Then it's fine for them. Not if I know about it and if it's on my mind, I'm gonna feel a way about it. But if you're bumping it at the wedding, a lot of people have an issue with it. That's definitely having an effect, is it not?
I mean, anything can have an effect on them though. All right, if we're going down that road, what if we bump Elvis and they think about, oh, I know what Elvis did, da da.
If they think about that, then that has an effect. But who thinks about that in these days?
How do you know what they think about? You don't know what anybody thinks about. The person uses
because no one's talking about Elvis.
Because he's dead.
Because it was so long ago.
Because he's
and
dead.
Because most of what he did has been forgotten by the masses.
Okay, but what if these
Michael Jackson is dead?
What if the group of
Michael Jackson is dead?
So can we bump Michael Jackson then?
Michael Jackson is dead.
Yes.
And we're still because it's still current. All these things are happening. It's still on people's minds.
If you bump Michael Jackson at a wedding, I can't bump Michael Jackson at a wedding. That's why I'm gonna ask you this right now. Can I do that? It's a very serious allegations.
If you want to bump Michael Jackson at your wedding, go ahead. If you want to bump R. Kelly at your wedding, go ahead. My personal opinion is that people, if what they say that they did is true, they should not enjoy the status of being a staple in our weddings, a staple in our cookouts, a staple in all these things. Because why you shouldn't get to enjoy that. You shouldn't get to enjoy that if that's the type of person you are. Sure, you make good music. Sure, I enjoy your music, but you don't get to be a symbol, a staple in our culture. Let someone else have that position.
Then not as good.
Let someone else have that position.
I mean, what position is this? That we bump your song at cookouts?
Every single cookout, every single wedding. You're immortalized forever. Positively immortalized forever.
Yeah, this dude made
being the type of person you are.
Fire-ass song.
Yeah, that's enough.
And now
enough.
This guy's immortalized because we just keep playing his song.
That's enough.
No, he's immortalized because we keep playing his song.
He's immortalized in a positive way.
Because we keep playing his song.
Because we keep having him as a staple.
Because we're having him as a staple because we keep playing his songs.
Because we keep playing his songs.
This way he's in our culture. It's not like he's going to interviews. Everyone loves him wherever he goes, or he's going to shows. Everyone loves him, giving him positive feedback. The way he's a staple is because
he keeps getting exposure, and he's gonna keep getting played.
What does getting exposure in jail mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean for real? Like,
if he's gonna go into the next, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro.
Come on, man.
Bro.
Come on, man.
All right, listen.
Come on, man.
You're gonna have your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, all look fondly upon all think I need this R. Kelly. Just because.
Who's gonna think that? One, they might not like his music, but if they do like his music, right? Where will it be? Is why can't they just say I like R. Kelly's music? What is so bad about saying I like R. Kelly's music?
You know, at that point,
and if it's so far removed,
at that point, it won't even be an issue.
Okay, so what's the issue?
Right now is an issue for me and for us, who have an issue with it, because for some people, when we listen to someone's voice, we think about that person. Us be damned. I know that's crazy to you. No, I know that's ridiculous. No, I know that's ridiculous. No, I know that's ridiculous. Don't do what?
Come on, man.
Don't do what?
Come on, man.
Don't do what, bro? Come on.
Come on.
Really, come on, bro. Don't do what?
Come on.
I'm not gonna think about R. Kelly when I hear his voice. He's not entirely separate from his art. He still has a print in there, right? He still has.
He does, but
and when I hear his voice, I think about him. When I think about him, I think about what I know about him. Look how, and then I feel away.
Look how far we're going down. Though. Like, you just listed 4 things you do because you hear this guy's song.
Oh my God.
Do we do this? We don't do this with anybody.
What do you mean we don't do this with anybody?
Wait, are you listen? If you like Jadakiss on thing, I'm like, oh, I think about Jadakiss.
What is in the media about Jadakiss right now?
But hold on. But this. I know you mentioned it, but this is my point though. My point is, it's like, why? When is the time I can bump R. Kelly comfortably? Is there ever a time I can bump R. Kelly comfortably?
There will be a time.
So then what's the? So I just can't bump him right now. Is that the whole point? So he's just in
right
time
now.
So just because what you're saying, what your solution is to this is that he just goes in timeout and I just don't bump him for a little bit and then I can bump him again 5 years later.
My solution to this, if he's actually guilty,
yeah.
My solution to this is to stop thinking about him as you think about him. Like you legit said, how you gonna have a wedding without R. Kelly playing?
Whoa. I said I want to bump Step in the Name of Love. I didn't say how can I have a wedding without R. Kelly.
You think at a wedding, your wedding, you need to have R. Kelly, Step in the Name of Love is R. Kelly. You think at your wedding you need to have this R. Kelly. I want that to change if everything is true. Crazy, I know. Crazy, I know. But I would like that to change if everything is true.
No, friend, I don't think I agree with you.
That's fine.
I think
that's fine. I would not want a person like that to have that impact, to have people feel like we need him.
It's not that. Listen, man.
And his art.
I don't know. Something in the Name of Love came out like what? 06? 06 was probably like around that time. Probably like 9-10 years old first time I heard it. I like, song's fire. Then you get older, the song's still fire. You get older, the song's still fire. So I was like, damn, I kind of want to play a song at the wedding. Everyone's having a good time. You see the video. Everyone's on the cruise boat having a good time, dancing, laughing, chucking it up.
Mm.
So I kind of want to replicate that same thing at my wedding.
You can.
With the
you
same,
like replicate like the fun on the boat.
With the same song.
You could replicate the fun on the boat, but you need the song to do that.
It will make it feel more organic if I did that.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
I want to bump R. Kelly. That's all I'm saying. Man.
Go ahead.
Right?
I feel away when
I don't bump all the songs, bro. Like y'all can take away every single song, but give me Step in the Name of Love and that's cool.
You gotta take Remix to Ignition too.
It's a good song.
You gonna take Step in the Name of Love over Remix to Ignition?
100%. I Believe I Can Fly, Seems Like You're Ready. All those tracks, bro. You can take all of them. Just give me.
That's the hardest. That's the hardest one for you.
Just give me Step in the Name of Love. Give me Step in the Name of Love.
All right, bro. To each his own. To each his own. To each his own. All I'm saying is, the songs are still good. The songs are still fire. But to have the person retain their status.
I don't think they like. I don't know, man. I just
retain their, that pull that they have on us. That's where I take issue with it.
I don't think they.
And that's me. That's probably just me.
It's not just.
If that's just me, I'm completely okay with that.
It's not just you.
To be honest with you, I'm completely okay with being the only one who thinks that R. Kelly, if everything is true, Michael Jackson, if everything is true, Dr. Dre, if everything is true, should not be forgotten, but they should be taken down a peg in how we regard them.
But we don't. But here's my beef with this statement. We don't regard them as great people. We regard them as great artists. We don't regard them as great people. We don't know who they are as people. And we do know they might be a bad person, but we're still regarding them as a great artist, though. Like that's what I'm telling you. So I don't regard R. Kelly and like, oh, he's a magnificent man who is so talented and such a hard worker and he's the best guy ever. I don't do that. I regard R. Kelly and he makes great music. That's it.
And you don't think about anything else.
The end. When I listen to R. Kelly, I don't because I haven't
anything else.
I mean, maybe it's because I personally haven't dug into the allegations or whatever. Maybe because I'm waiting for the trial to happen or whatever. Maybe that's why.
Like you don't have to think this person is great.
What if? But when did you find out that he married Aaliyah? When did you find that out?
Maybe a year ago.
Oh, you found out a year ago? Okay. I feel like most people knew he married Aaliyah though.
I didn't know that. I was shocked.
I feel like a decent number of people knew he was married to Aaliyah. I didn't know when he was like 20, like late 20s.
Everything allegedly bad about R. Kelly.
There's no allegations. He married Aaliyah, and there was no so people were still bumping this.
Right, but I learned everything bad and allegedly bad about R. Kelly. I learned at the same time. Oh yeah, personally.
All right, personally, but people were still bumping this guy.
Here's the thing: you can think, okay, he makes great music, but to think about nothing else. But what if you don't think he makes great music, but he did this fucked up shit, and I'm okay with that. But this music's still fire, like that. You don't think that there's no but in your mind? He makes great music, or maybe
All right, so
he did this messed up shit, but he makes great music. That's not your thought process.
Even if that does happen, why can't I still bump that great music though?
No, but I just want to know what.
It's not. It's really not.
You just don't think about what he did. You just think about the music itself.
I put it to the side. Don't think about it at all.
Some people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that.
Grow up.
Grow up. Grow up.
I'm playing.
And I'm not saying you have to do that with everyone.
But
I'm saying in situations like these, when there's so much media coverage, when it's such a shock. I mean, the shock might be a big influence.
But I just feel like, all right, then we're just reacting to a media story,
maybe.
man.
I mean, I even admitted that the media had a big part to play in how I feel about
media
this
stories
thing.
can have you room for jailbirds, man.
Is that
Media stories can have you room for, like movies. Movies can have you room for like fucked up people. Freaking like look at all those
right.
jail movies, and you're room for like the guy in jail that like killed 4 people, but you're room for this guy because.
Well, that goes into who's good and who's. I mean, is he a bad? It's whatever. That's a different philosophy.
In this example, he's a clear bad person.
But we're rooting for him. If
yeah,
he's the villain.
Because he's the good guy in the movie, so you root for him, even though he's like done a lot of bad stuff. Like he might be on his redemption path or whatever.
We spoke about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's what makes a person good. We spoke about that.
But you get what I'm alluding to, though.
So you're thinking the media could have us rooting for someone who's really
no,
not
but I
that
feel
bad?
like should we just like okay, now R. Kelly did this thing, and then this documentary came out.
Yeah.
And then now it's like okay, that's done. That's it forever.
I don't. And the fact that these are still allegations, I don't feel like that's fair. For anything to be done right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
Aaliyah thing is really messed up.
We're gonna have a whole thing about allegations. That could be its whole other thing, right?
Right.
But
this is what I'm trying to wrap my head around. You say you can just listen to an R. Kelly song and only hear the beat and the lyrics, and not hear the man behind the music.
I hear the guy singing. I'm not thinking about him. Like I'm not like.
I think that's where some people are different.
Maybe, man. Maybe more people just need to be like me and just appreciate good art.
Maybe some people need to be like me and find the source of their entertainment and where that comes from.
Yeah, man. Doing too much.
Would you eat a delicious burger if it was coming from a toilet? Something like the source matters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
The source matters.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
To a lot of people.
I'm not saying the source does not matter. But the stock we put in the source, I don't think we need to put a great stock in the source if it's musical art or it's just.
It's like finding $100 bill that's covered in shit. Some people take it, some people might not. It's still $100 bill. It's still it's still money, but it's coming from a bunch of shit.
Hey man, all right. Well, I don't know what to say, man.
I don't think my solution was to bring them down in status. That's off the top. That's.
I just don't think they have that status though.
I feel like the fact that we still feel the need to include
their music, not them specifically. Like
yeah,
I don't think by including
their music is including them too.
But
and they get brought into that as well. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of bothers me right now. And it might. I'm thinking about R. Kelly when I think about this. It might be because of the media coverage.
I'll ask you one question. The song "Return of the Mac," right? You know the song "Return of the Mac."
Sing it.
Return of right. You think about how great it song. Do you think do you even know who wrote that song? You don't. Like you don't know who made that. You don't know who sang that song, bro.
I've only heard maybe 10 times.
Oh well, damn, that's a force.
Yeah, I haven't heard that much.
Various songs always comes back in the summer. BK did a song with, they did a remix of it when they brought out their Hot Cheetos thing, and they did a remix with.
Who made it?
Mark Morrison. Mark Morrison made the song. Do you ever think about who Mark Morrison is as a man when he made the song? And he doesn't have any allegations behind him. But still, you're not I feel like we just don't think about who.
Unless there's the whole shitstorm around the person at the time.
Yeah, but now if we were now the song came out probably in the 90s. I think 90s, maybe late 80s. I'm pretty sure it was 90s. Where I feel like this is what's gonna happen, where it's just gonna be okay, and
it's gonna die down.
In 5-6 years, we're just gonna put R. Kelly again. Nobody will have an issue with it.
Yeah,
R. Kelly was he might be a rapist, but this song bumps.
I also have an issue with the fact that a lot of white artists didn't get the documentaries that they probably deserve, but that's for another episode. Let us know what you guys think.
Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there for? Man?
Let us know what you guys think. That's for another episode. Let us know what you guys think, man. You made a good argument.
I feel like you made a good argument.
I feel like I had some good points.
I understand
in there.
where your argument's coming from. You know, it's not.
But I don't think we're gonna solve this.
The opinion factory is not about being who's right or wrong.
Right.
It's all about providing perspective, man.
Articulating your opinion and trying to back it up.
But
you know what I'm saying? Let us know what you guys think.
Let me know. Can I bump R. Kelly? Okay.
With impunity.
Yes, can I bump R. Kelly on the aux? Can I do that? All right, can I do that? Right? Aux windows down.
Do you think about these people when you hear their music? You know, R. Kelly, Chris Brown, fuck it, even Elvis. Maybe after this episode, do you think about them? Let us know down below. Comment, and if you haven't entered into the giveaway yet,
yes, we'll provide you these details right now. Very simple, very easy to do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. A lot of you already are. The Opinion Factory. If you're not, leave a comment on one of the 3 videos that's part of this giveaway,
answering the question from that video,
and leave your Instagram handle. So,
step 3,
when you follow official Bring Snacks on Instagram, you'll be entering the giveaway. We can know
who you are.
Exactly.
We'll announce the winner next week.
This is the last week of the giveaway.
We'll be announcing the winner next week. We'll try to get you
Yep.
your prize by Christmas. The prize of your choosing.
Yep. So week before Christmas. Hey, go win some free gear.
Nothing to lose, man. Subscribe to the channel.
And,
comment, answer the question, leave your Instagram handle, and then follow the page. Nothing to lose.
At least one thing, you win that free gear. You know, you get to go to the gym one time.
There you go.
January 1st.
No. I believe in you. I believe in you.
You knew me, right?
You're gonna have more snacks, more gains. Like the video, like the audio, share it with your friends. We're on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher,
wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube.
You know the drill.
See y'all next week.
See you guys next week.